What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Welcome to the lounge. Sorry for all the issues. We're a little rusty. How long have we haven't done a lounge?
Dude, it's my first lounge in 2019.
In this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's welcome to 2019, everybody. Sorry we haven't updated you a long time. We got some people here working in the lounge general area, so it's been a little bit hard to do the live streams, and yeah. We're back. We're back in full swing. We're ready to launch 2 new products, actually, and then we're gonna announce
a program.
and then we're gonna announce a little replacement program that we teased, and that would be the plan for today. So, without further ado, my computer has successfully updated Windows.
Log in. Go, go, go.
I gotta log in. Wrong password.
Windows update.
Yeah, it just happened to do a Windows update right before we went live, so that was great. Anyway, we are ready to launch. Okay, so let's talk about the antennas first.
Sure.
We got 3 new antennas coming straight out of Germany. They were developed together with TBS. This is like a first test into this kind of technology. So these guys are really big in the car sector. Like pretty much if you're driving a BMW or a Mercedes or any other fucking like German car, you'll have that technology inside. And they partnered with us to make FPV racing antennas, which is pretty interesting for us. All right, so let's have a quick look here what we're dealing with. And these products will be, or are they already live on the site?
To dealers.
To dealers, okay. So we'll put them live in a couple of minutes. Okay.
Flip.
Yeah, I know, and we gotta zoom out. Gotta zoom out. What? That was the wrong one. Hang on a second. We're right there. Like, okay, so as we were setting up the live stream, we noticed that somebody in the office stole our fucking product camera. I'm not gonna name any names, but he's probably watching right now.
It's probably Remo.
It's probably Remo. His name is probably Remo. So, all right, boom, here we go. This is the Arum Polar, and we got them in 3 different sizes. They're the S, the P, and the X, right?
That's
if
the
I remember
receiver.
correctly. The X is a receiver, so this is like a dual polarized antenna. The P is a dual polarized antenna as well, which does left-hand and right-hand circular polarized. And the Arum S is for sports or for racing, a little one. So as you can see, they're super slim. And we've got Wayne here who has one installed on his Source 2. And here you can see on the back, this is how the antenna looks.
Like a fin.
It's like kind of like a shark fin. And the interesting part about this antenna is it's an omnipolarized antenna, and there's 0 drag on it, right? So for racers, I think it's a pretty good deal. It's I think it's a better situation than any kind of round shape or triumph shape antenna that you have poking out on the back, because that creates a lot of drag. Whereas this one here doesn't create any drag, and it'll even give you some cornering stability. You can mount this on the back, you can mount it on the top, you can mount it on the side, wherever you want. Here on this Source 2, we decided to mount it on the back. And I guess you can see it better if we just go to the full screen here. Boom. This is it installed on the back here. So this is the S, this is a smaller version. This is the
X.
Okay, this is the X. This is the receiver. You can see it has 2 connectors. So this is a diversity antenna. So you only need 1 antenna on your goggles, and people probably will stick them front here, front and center, to use this. And for the other one, the P. The P is like a bigger transmitter antenna. The special thing about this, so this is kind of a test for people who want to try it. This sends out left-hand polarized signal to the left and right-hand polarized signal to the right. So you're best off using a linear antenna on the receiving end, obviously. Yeah, so this is kind of a test. This one here is a full production unit. So this one will work really well. This one here, you got to figure it out. And obviously, if you're using it with this antenna, the P will work really well. So the combination of these two antennas is going to be pretty strong in terms of fighting multipath interference and all that stuff. Yeah, these two antennas together, and this antenna here can be used with anything.
And it comes with a aluminum mount.
Oh yeah.
Like this.
So in case you want to mount it like on the top here, we gave you some mounting options.
And we have this file as well.
And the 3D printed files are available, yes, if you want to buy them. AA, yes, you can be left and right without doing anything. Again, like I don't recommend this for a race where you have to be either or, because you're going to be on both, so that's not going to work. But yeah, anyway, it's an interesting concept, right? So these are like the first line of antennas that these guys have come up with. They're freaking antenna geniuses, like German IB crazies. So we're working together with them on basically on this patch antenna technology, right? Sorry, not patch, PCB antenna technology. Please excuse the early morning oversight. All right, anyway, so these antennas are going to be up right after the announcement, and I guess now we go to the centerpiece of our launch here, which is
the big boy.
The big boy. So over the past couple of years, people have loved the FP Vision. For those of you that don't know, it's the lowest level of the Power Cube stack. We have put it into pretty much all of our ready-to-flies, like TBS Vendetta, Rotorex Atom, QQ190, TBS Oblivion. They all run this, right? It's a super clean OSD that's like a no-fuss OSD. Just a couple of days ago, one of my friends wrote me a message and said, like, how come I haven't heard about the FP Vision before? And this was kind of our problem, right? Because of the Power Cube and like the togetherness of it all, people weren't really trying out the Power Cube, so they weren't really trying out the FP Vision. As far as I know, the FP Vision is one of the most simple OSDs to use. And without further ado, let's go to this little thing right here. Boom, this is the Unify Evo. And Evo pretty much is a new line of video transmitters that has a full graphic OSD on board. So on the top, it looks pretty similar to an HV. It's also a pretty similar size, but if you turn it around, you can see there's a couple of additional chips here that are doing the OSD. And one other thing that you'll see here is the USB connector. So that means that it's software upgradable, and we will talk about that in just a second.
Can't really focus.
No, it can't be. It's focused to like the bottom.
Okay.
I can zoom in a little bit if we want.
That's fine.
Let's zoom in. Hang on. Picture, product count, configure video. Boom. All right, we're zoomed in. All the cloners are going. Okay, so the basic idea of this is you connect it to a CRSF port, any CRSF port. So that means either the dual output port on the Crossfire Nano or Micro or Diversity, whatever, or on a CRSF port on your flight controller. And that's it. You don't have to configure anything else. The VTX can be controlled through your sticks. It can be controlled through your Lua scripts. And it can't be controlled through the OLED yet, but we're working on that. So for people who want to just use only the Crossfire OLED, it's coming, but it's not ready yet. It can be controlled through your Tango and your PC. So without further ado, let's have a quick look at the configuration options. Let me just quickly.
It's actually pretty simple to use. Remember last week we were like, how does this thing work?
Yeah, exactly. We were like, how the hell does this thing work? Because it just works, right? So like
we hook it up and we're like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, where the hell is the manual? And the engineers are like, well, what the fuck do you need instructions for? Okay. So hang on, let me just quickly zoom over to my laptop here real quick. Okay, just gonna close all the leakage here. Just give me a second, guys. Sorry. There's a lot of notifications coming in from our internal development team, so that's probably not that interesting for any of us. Okay, cool. So we switch over to my laptop, and here we can see the Unify Evo. It's already hooked up, I think. Hang on. Connect the USB.
There you go.
All right, there we go. So obviously you can do firmware upgrades, right? So this is the latest firmware that we are on right now. And here are some of the functionality that we can go into. So data port, you've got CRSF, smart audio, or PWM switch. That's like how you want to control the video transmitter.
External current sensor.
Yeah, we got an external current sensor here, which will basically work with all of your flight controllers. Any kind of current sensor that works with Betaflight. The Betaflight software then converts it into a CRSF stream, and then the VTX can read it. You can switch from white on black versus black on white. Color display. OSD level, that's kind of just a tuning parameter that you want to look at. GPS, we have basic or detailed. So basic just means your home arrow and some other basic information, how many satellites you've got, versus the detailed is like a complete like log of your GPS coordinates. Heading source can be, so the heading can be based off your GPS or off your barometer / gyroscope, whatever. And that's pretty much it. Like that's the whole configuration of it. And obviously you can set your bands and your channels. And all of the settings that you see here, they're going to be available through your Lua scripts and your Crossfire Tango, and eventually on the Crossfire OLED screen. Yeah, so all of these things are completely synonymous through software on the computer and your remote controls.
Yes, and built-in mic. We forgot.
Oh yes, and it's got a built-in mic, so you can turn that on and off, I think, right? Yeah. Mic is on and off. So yeah, in terms of hardware, it has a mic built in, it's got an OSD built in, it has USB port functionality, and one other really cool thing that we want to look at real quick, and that's like the big announcement, that is it can read barcodes. So it's kind of limited to only channels and output power, so band / channel / output power with one barcode. But there's going to be some functionality coming down the line that is going to be really interesting, which I can't obviously talk about right now. Anyway, in terms of firmware update, well, I guess I don't want to risk it and refresh the firmware here off the tool right now just before we launch. But if you're familiar with the TBS Agent X, it should be pretty straightforward. One thing you will have to do is you'll have to change the call sign to your legally obtained ham license code, not wink wink, in order to reach all of the power output levels. And channel map is going to be which channel roll, which channel pitch, which channel throttle, and which channel yaw is on. So in case your stick commands don't work, that's probably the source for the issue. And here on the about, we just see some serial numbers and all that stuff. Okay, cool. So let's switch over to our Clearview real quick. All right, boom, here we go. So right now we're on race band 3 on the Clearview. Obviously nothing's happening, and we're plugging in the drone. Are we getting a picture? All right, here we go. This is, by the way, sent to us by Impulse RC. What a fucking legend, man. Sean, super awesome. Thanks for sending us
But it's
this.
not flyable.
It does, well, it should be flyable, right?
Well, it just doesn't have the FC mount hose.
Yeah, it doesn't, okay,
We
but
drilled it ourselves.
we'll just double-side sticky tape it. Get them out. Okay, so in terms of the barcodes, this is what we printed out, right? So we got enable, disable pit mode right here. We got channel A3 on 400 milliwatts. So let's try that first. So we're just going to hold that here. Boom. And we went to A3 on 400 milliwatts, well, which you can't see.
Well, we can. Hang on. A3, right? You said?
A3, yeah.
Yep, A3.
Okay. Oh, you gotta hold it into the camera.
Oh.
We
A3.
probably don't have. Do we have Race Band 3 printed out? Okay, so we just checkmated ourselves and.
Well, we just switch it back here.
Oh yeah, because Clearview is so easy to. Oh. Can you? Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Cool. There we go. So, can you show that off real quick? How you? So if you have a tango, you can just use the roller.
That's a weird position. There we go.
Boom, and it changes the channel, right? Back to A3. So that's how easy you can change the
Just
channels with
yesterday,
it.
I was at a race and they were like, "Yo, you gotta change the channel to race 8, man. You gotta get prepared and shit." I was like, "I will do that on the line." Like, and I just go. That's it. Like, yeah, that's it, man.
That's it, man. Okay. We gotta. Can you like switch to A3 real quick? Like not the channel, just the remote. So we'll do this demo again. Basically, you will be able to see. This is channel A3 right here, and on the left here we got Race Band 3. So right now I'm gonna hold A3 into the camera, boom, and it switches to A3. And you should be able to read.
No voice.
No,
Are you sure?
I'm still voiced.
Hello.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Okay. So yeah. Anyway, every time I hold this up, you should be able to see a trigger on the bottom, like it'll say channel A3 400 milliwatts.
Yep, it does.
So this is pretty much like how fast it'll detect.
Right
so I'll
there.
just hold it in there. Boom, and it triggered, right? So that it has a really, it's very tolerant in terms of angles, like it's about 30 degrees up, down, left, right, and 45 degrees, 45 degrees sideways. All right, can you switch back to
Race 3.
race 3?
Race 3.
Boom, there we go. Okay, so the point of this is pretty much you'll have pit mode enable and disable for the race. So basically you check in by scanning this barcode, which enables your pit mode. And then the idea is that on the race, like as you line up for the race, you just hold your channel out in the front and it'll set to that channel. That's pretty much it. It's a super simple step right now. So later on, we are thinking about working together with race organizers to make like a check-in procedure. Basically, you scan a barcode to check in. If you've ever been to China, any kind of 7-Eleven has just a barcode and you take a picture on it with your phone and that's how you pay your whatever bill there is, right? So basically, you go up to the race organizer, you say, "What's up, dude? I'm Trappy." He'll type in Trappy and it'll say, "Okay, scan this code, beam," and then you're logged in for the race. That is kind of the process that we're aiming for. We will see how that plans out because it'll have to work together with popular race control software such as like Lifetime RC and stuff like that. So anyway, that's it for the two product announcements. So we've had the Aeron Polars and the
Evo.
Unify Pro Evo. Thanks very much for Wayne for saving my ass for changing the channels. Next time we'll be more prepared and have all the barcodes here. The product will be live right after the live stream, so you will be able to order it, and you will be able to also see the barcode. You print it out for yourself, and in any size that you want. The smaller that you print it out, the closer you have to hold it to the camera. All right. Last but not least, we did ask in the TBS lounge a couple of days ago or weeks ago whether people would want to upgrade from their micro TX to their full-size TX if there was an incentive for it. And it was the most popular thread for that month. Everybody wanted to upgrade that had a micro TX. Secretly, like in PM, I've also been getting messages that people have R9s lying around. I guess they got them for free because FrSky's packing them into all of the Tyrannuses that they're not needing. And so there's going to be an exchange program that will be announced right after this as well. If you want to be like the first to try it, go to team-blacksheep.com/exchange.pdf or no, exchange.php. Sorry, there we go. We'll post a link, no worries. And it's pretty simple. Basically, you just fill out the form, what you want to send in, what do you want to get in return. And once we receive it, there will be reception centers in Europe, in US. US will be Mike Chin.
Yep.
Europe will be my mom. And here in Hong Kong, we're going to do it in Hong Kong. So if you're from Europe, you can send it into Europe. If you're from the US, you can send it into US. If you're from the rest of the world, you send it into Hong Kong. That's how it's going to work. Thank you, Mike Chin, for posting that link. Yeah, try out the form. If it's not clear, well, we're still like fine-tuning it. It will be ready probably in like 10 to 15 minutes. That's pretty much it. For the exchange, you get $50 discount if you send in your micro TX. You get a $50 discount on your TX Lite or your TX. You get, I think it's like $15 or $20 discount on the R9, any kind of R9 that you send in for any kind of Crossfire TX that you buy. All right, so you can get a $20 discount on a micro TX or a full-size TX or a TX Lite if you have an R9 that you don't need. That's pretty much it. Yes, if you're in Canada, well, if you're in Canada, you can choose because you're awesome and you live in Canada. You can choose whether you want to send it into the US or you want to send it into to Hong Kong, whichever is cheaper, I guess, right? Retake Savant is asking, will the VTX change after arming? Currently, the VTX doesn't know if it's armed or not. We're working on that to lock it down, but you don't have to worry. Barcodes are not that frequently available in the world. We played back like thousands of hours of FPV footage, and it just doesn't detect it.
Should make some barcodes on some flags to troll people.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck!
Like every time Min-Chan is racing, we'll just hold up barcodes on the side so that everybody else has a chance as well. So you don't have to worry about the barcodes just triggering. And there are checksums and stuff like that involved. There's a barcode on here, right? So we can flash that around. Even like legit barcodes, if you flash them up, it's not going to trigger it. David is asking, what are you going to do with all the old equipment? So that's a legit question. We don't want to like throw away micro TXs that are perfectly working, right? So we will collect them all here in the Hong Kong facility, and we will do refurbished units for a cheaper price, probably like $40, $50, right? Because that's the kind of discount that we gave. So yeah, people will be able to buy refurbished micro TXs down the line. You don't have to worry. We're not going to mix them into like the brand new batches, right? They will be sold as refurbished units. No
shady business.
No shady stuff. Okay, is a CRSF RX built into the VTX? No, John. We don't have any plans for that, but we do have mounting boards so that you can mount them all together. Can you show us how the Evo wires up? Okay, so there's a manual out for it. I can just quickly go through the wiring here. So we have 2 pins. The second port here is a power output port with CRSF. And this here is a regular, I think it's 7-pin connector. Instead of just having smart audio, it also has CRSF on it. That's pretty much it. Right? Oh yeah, it's labeled here on the back. You can take a screenshot. But again, like it's available in the manual, right?
And product page. Yeah,
and a product page. TBS gyro that connects to BST. Not necessary, really, Robert. Just get an old flight controller. It's cheaper. Yeah, people are posting links to the products. Obviously, they're available worldwide. Everything we talked about right now is available from your local dealer. We shipped them all out last week. okay? Please be sure to upgrade your software as you get them, because all of these VTXs come with no barcode functionality. You actually have to update the software in order to make it work. Any video samples? David, there will be videos posted throughout the day today from people that have been testing these antennas. The results were kind of like on the line of being just as good as the Triumph versus a little bit better for some people. So that's where we ended up. It's a really good antenna, right? Like the holy shit.
Beacon mode.
Beacon mode. So I mean, the Triumph is still like the #1 performing antenna out there, and these are in line with that.
What's backwards? Oh shit. There you go. Wait, no.
No, it's probably because we flipped it.
Okay.
So we gotta, yeah.
Just check the product page later.
Just check the product page later, or learn to read backwards like, through a mirror, right? All right, cool. So thank you everybody for watching. All the engineers are still waiting outside and they want to get back into the room. So we'll cut this short. Thanks for being part of the TBS Lounge. If you're not yet part of it, clickety-clack, just join the TBS Lounge group. And you'll be up to date with all the newest announcements and product releases. And I guess that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Yeah. Pablo is asking, could the barcode be on the cell phone screen? Obviously. Yep. Yeah. Doesn't really matter where. All right. Cool. That's it for the questions. Thanks very much. We're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.